Oh my God. As soon as I started eating plant foods and I started putting them in my diet slowly, I got an insane amount of hate, unfollows on social media. It's a very culty diet. People treat diets like religion and politics and are very firm in their beliefs. And I was definitely deep in that realm. It's just what I got exposed to on social media. When you start scrolling and looking at things in social media, more of that thing pops up. I got really deep into it and I became part of that culty religious belief that carnivore diet is the perfect diet and that's it. And anybody who has any opposing views doesn't matter because this is what worked for me and this is what worked for X, Y, and Z people I know. I think it's important that we should look at some research and we should look at some anecdotes. I think a balance of that is really important. Throughout my time adding plant foods to my diet, I've got a lot of love from people that go in my DMs and say, I was so afraid to eat a strawberry because people in the carnivore community would shame me. It's really became like the new vegan over the years. And I think a lot of the people in the carnivore community have amazing intention and they really want to improve their health and other people's health, but it is very culty. So it is something you just have to be careful.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think so many of us lob on to diets and get so culty about it?
When you fix a autoimmune or a major health issue in your life, you want to tell everyone about it because it makes you feel so good. I think really the majority of whole foods diets all would work. If you're getting all the bioavailable vitamins and minerals, if you're eating meat, fish, eggs, fruits, vegetables, dairy, it's going to work for a lot of people. And then some people are going to have to be more strict with that based on their symptoms. And when a style works for someone, they get very attached to that style. Your entire environment, when you follow people in that community, when you scroll on Instagram, scroll on TikTok, it's all you see. You don't see the other side. And the other side is immediately dismissed by that community. I've had a lot of talks with people that have had carnivore and have had a lot of issues from it. I've had a lot of talks with people that are vegan, have had a lot of issues from it. Both diets can work. We can argue long-term if they're super healthy long-term, but essentially when something works for someone, they can become very passionate in it. And a lot of people have that right intention to spread the message to other people. Like I said, it becomes very culty and very religious. Beliefs are very powerful in today's world.
You definitely sound like you're looking at life with softer eyes. Would you say that?
1,000,000%. I actually think that diet is a good part, but it's not everything when it comes to health. It's also the same belief in these communities that if you change your diet, like, yeah, your health can improve. It can be amazing. But if you are on a carnivore diet and you sit inside all day and you have a desk job and you're not getting proper light and UV signals and exposed to a lot of environmental toxins, like all this stuff matters too. It's not just as simple as fixing a diet. Sure, you can get some results, but I think health is a balance of a lot of different things.
When you filled out the application to be on this podcast, you wrote something, and I would love you to share deeper about what it means to you. But you said health is more of a state of the body and mind and less about certain foods or exercises.
True. I think certain foods are deemed as superfoods and they will heal all these things, but it is an absolute balance and it's how you feel. It's how you truly feel. You can convince yourself you feel good on any diet, but until you get all the other stuff in your life fixed, that's how someone is truly healthy. I don't define healthy as a subset of a perfect blood marker somebody falls into. It's how they feel, how they act, what they believe. All these things can make you healthier or unhealthier. And it's sort of this state of being and less of a exact protocol to do. And I've definitely changed my belief on that over the years.
When you did get off the bandwagon of carnivore, you got a lot of intense energy around that.
Yeah.
How did you manage that? I mean, you're a young guy, probably grown up with a phone and, being on this digital medias and looking for approval in a sense, or kind of you were becoming your own influencer in that space when suddenly you were the, and I'm doing air quotes, but like the bad guy. How did you cope with that as a young person who's probably used to looking for approval, but now is not being approved?
Yeah, I didn't take it personally. You can't take someone's comment or DM on social media super personally, especially if you don't know those people. I got a lot of good validation and approval from my family and friends who I actually care about their opinions. In the real world, as crazy as it is, you can't take stuff personally. If you're going to be a creator, you're going to change your mind, you're going to follow something or promote something, and you change your mind, you get slack for that, you have to be cold. You can't let it affect you. You can't. That's exactly what people want that comment this stuff. You don't think there are people that are animal based that switch to carnivore and they get slack from animal? It's the same thing. Both happen. Vegans, same thing. You get off a vegan diet or you promote some sort of supplement, then you say, hey, this supplement has heavy metals or it has something in it, and I switch to a different supplement. Boom. People are like, oh, you're a snake oil salesman. They'll say all these things. You're going to get slack no matter what you do in social media if you change your mind on something. But I think those are the best creators. I think the best creators are willing to admit that they changed their mind, they made a mistake, they've done research, and they've figured out what works to them. And if people don't like that, then it is what it is. I'll get a whole different following of different people.
Yeah, it's interesting because it almost sounds like you found courage within your transparency of the change.
Absolutely. I absolutely did. I became more confident over the years. Like I said, you just can't take a lot of it seriously and you can't take things to heart.
Some of the people I know, in my age bracket, they're so worried about being a hack or being misinterpreted or that imposter syndrome, you know what I mean? Even though they're experts in their field, there's a certain level of like overwhelm when they think about putting their stuff out there on social media and it getting so scrutinized. If I'm hearing you correctly, it doesn't sound like that phases you at all, that it's more about, hey, I just want to be authentic.
No, because I have the right environment in my life outside of my phone. As a creator, you have to have family, friends that are away from the phone where you can put the device down and hang out with people and have genuine conversation with people that actually know you and care about your life. And I think that's so valuable and honestly a big part of health in today's world that a lot of people, they don't have or they have less of because people are very glued to their devices and what people say online. Big difference that separates decent creators from really good creators is they just don't take slack. They just keep posting no matter what. They know that they'll find the right group of people. Eventually you will. And if you keep that mindset locked in, you'll be okay. It takes a long time and it takes patience.
If you enjoyed the clip from the podcast, make sure to check out the next video up here or head over to watch the full episode down here. And before you go, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Come on. Yeah, thanks for watching.